Hi guys, and welcome back to the Self-Devotion Project. We are now starting week 28. So last week was all about romantic relationships and how we can improve those relationships via the use of the love languages by Gary Chapman. So what I can tell you is that my relationship lately has been improving at quite a rapid rate. So we've been growing in closeness and intimacy, and it's just been wonderful. I call my relationship a backwards relationship because I feel that as the years go by it actually gets better, which is really exciting for me and for us. And look, using the love languages quite consciously for a whole week last week, it was lovely. It just brought us even closer. So as I said, I do believe that those love languages are a wonderful way of getting to know each other and getting to know each other's needs, and using those in order to please the other person, to make them feel loved and connected and accepted and all those wonderful things that make us happy in our relationships and content to stay in them and maintain them. So moving on, this week's week 28, and this week I want to talk a little bit about mirror work. So the technique of the week will be mirror work. So I will be using mirror work in a couple of different ways. So traditionally, mirror work was something that Louise Hay, pioneered, and her way of using it is really as a way of bringing positive affirmations into our life, which is a very good way of using mirror work. So I guess an example of hers would be that every time you pass a mirror throughout the day, you look into that mirror and you say something positive about yourself. So it's a way of building self-love, self-acceptance, self-worth. So one of her main techniques, I guess, is looking at yourself in the mirror. So looking at yourself directly in the eyes and saying your name. So for me, it would be Stephanie or Steph. Steph, I love you. Steph, I really, really love you. You might want to repeat it, or that might be enough. It could be something else like, Steph, I accept you. You are enough. Or, Steph, you are worthy. Or, Steph, you can achieve anything today. So whatever it is that comes to your mind, you just look into your eyes so that you have that soul connection, and you say whatever positive affirmation is going to help you that day to get through the day, or whatever it is that you might just need, or anything even just generic that's positive and uplifting and all about self-love and that acceptance and worthiness. That's basically what mirror work is about, in Louise Hay's kind of way of using it. Now, a way that I use it kind of came about interestingly because I did it as a teenager and wasn't really sure exactly what I was doing, but I remember mostly I did it when I was sad or upset or angry. And I remember I would just sit in front of the mirror and I'd look at myself, and I'd kind of, delve deep into my soul through looking at my eyes, which they say are the windows of the soul. And I guess I would work my issues out by communicating with myself on a sometimes out loud but sometimes not level, and just go through the emotion. I think when you're looking at yourself, the emotion becomes more real, it's easier to access it, and it's easier to feel it. So I would look at myself and I would kind of work with myself until I had calmed down, until I felt much better about whatever it was that was going on. So I guess you could call this soul mirror work if you like. But you know, since I've been a teenager, the way I use it now is kind of the same. It's kind of the same. So if I'm upset or something's going on and I feel like I need that me time to really delve into my soul, I will do it. But I'll also do it when I'm feeling great. So it's also a good way to connect to yourself on a positive level as well, and to do your gratefulness work even. So to really look into your eyes and tell yourself how grateful you are. It could even be like a body image activity where you look at your body and you look at yourself and you tell yourself how wonderful you are, how beautiful you are, regardless of any of the thoughts that go through your head, to just really appreciate yourself during the activity. So that's all I'm going to say on it. It's a very individual type of a experience. Sure, I could give you certain activities that you could use, but that will drag the video on way too much, so that might be something that I can discuss in the future. But for now, I'm just giving you a very brief, as I have every week during this project, a very brief look at different techniques and how you might incorporate them into your life. You can always Google and find out a lot more. Actually, Teal Swan, the spiritual catalyst, she also does mirror work in a very similar way to me, so you could always have a look at some of her stuff if you're interested. And yeah, so this week, technique of the week, mirror work. I've always loved mirror work, so it's going to be a good one for me. I mean, I love tapping into myself. I have been kind of working on myself for as long as I can remember. I'm one of those people who's always trying to improve my life, who's always trying to evolve and expand my consciousness since before I even knew what I was doing. So I guess I'm on the right track, aren't I? Doing the right sort of work. Yeah, so thank you once again for being with me. I appreciate it, as you know, and I hope you have a beautiful, mirror-filled, soulful week. You deserve it, and I will see you all next week. We have 2 weeks to go, so that's exciting, and we've got some really fun topics coming up. I've kind of left the best till last, so yeah, tune in and have a great week. Bye.